What is up, everybody? It is We Are Pigeon here, and I'm finally back with another deck profile. The reason I finally decided to make one now is just for the fact that I was only playing my Fluffle deck for the longest time. I couldn't really figure out a deck that I liked to play in this meta, and I also wanted to wait for the new ban list to make sure that I was up to date as possible. And I finally got the new ban list, and my Gimmick Puppet deck, actually, to me, is probably going to be my strongest deck that I have. And that sounds really weird for a deck that's been out of date for so long, but, well, if you let me get to my profile and you watch all the way through, you'll probably might understand. Maybe you won't. You'll probably never see this deck anywhere but me playing it at this point, because everybody's gave up hope on Gimmick Puppet, but I haven't. And I really want the deck to get more support, and this is one of the only ways to do it, is to play it and show Konami that there's interest in it still. So, no further ado, let's just get to it. Very first thing off is I still play the 3 of Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arms. He's still the most important Gimmick Puppet in the entire deck, pretty much. He gets Dreidel and Grave, he gets a lot of plays off, and with Legendary Maju Garzette, he's also really fast because you can normal summon him, and you contribute it for Legendary Maju Garzette, and then you can special summon Legendary Maju Garzette from the hand, and then you can actually banish him for the Dreidel that you just sent with his effect, and you can get a rank 8 out, and it only takes 2 cards. It's a really easy play. I've never really been able to do that with the deck before, so now I actually can. And next, I only play 1 of Gear Changer, and I only play 1 of Baghead. The reason is because they're Earths, and they're a little slow. I like to normal summon the Scissor Arms more than I do these, because Scissor Arms allows more plays, but these still do stuff. Egghead can still discard out of my hand and discard Dreidel, and I contribute her, or I could special summon her out of the grave if I have another Gimmick in grave. If I can normal summon him, I can special summon Magnadol, and I can get a rank out. But it takes that much, and it's too slow with no draw cards that really work with the 2. That's it for the small guys. Then we play 3 of Dreidel, still one of the most important cards ever. She's amazing to me. I'm always going to love Dreidel. Granted, I really wish we had the bloody version instead of the the bitch kid version with the little present and no blood, but that's whatever. Next, I play 3 of Magnadol. Magnadol is still really good. Quick level 8, and he does a lot of great things. A little situational because your opponent has to have a monster, and you can only have Gimmick Puppets. If you're going to make a 7 Sins play and he stays alive, you actually can't use Magnadol anymore to get shut down, so he can get turned off, which really can suck. Next, we play 2 Gimmick Puppet Nightmare. I never really have played him much, but I've really started to like him lately. He's really good late game. If I trade him in early game, and late game I get him, and I have Junk Puppet in hand, I can get a free rank 8, and then I can special rank 8 out that I used earlier off Junk Puppet. I can special summon Nightmare, and I can make a really good strings play with Dark Strings, depending on if I haven't returned a rank up to my hand. But, you gotta figure it out. It's a lot to deal with. Shadow Feeler. Shadow Feeler is really good for desperation plays, really. I mean, if my opponent's about to attack me for game, he's always there to save my life. He's really cool, and he can save me from a lot of damage, but his effect can really suck. So it just depends. That's it actually for all the Gimmick Puppet monsters. Now we move on to the other level 8s. I play 3 Scorching Child Limit Dragon. I've never really played him much, but lately he's been a really good powerhouse card. He can do a lot of damage. I can special summon him before I blow up all my opponent's monsters so that he's an extra 2,000 beat stick. He can win me the game alone off of just certain plays. Say if they have like a Dark Law out, I can actually just special 2 of these instead of doing any spells, nothing. And I can make Grinder, and I can blow up Dark Law without even having to do anything. He's really good in this deck, and I'm surprised I've never really played him all that much, and I regret never playing him. Then I play 2 Gamma Seal. Scorching Child Limit Dragon works well with Gamma Seal as well because he requires your opponent to have a 2,000 attack position or 2,000 attack monster. I can give them Gamma Seal and he'll work. But Gamma Seal is really good in case for like Dark Law, Tree Toad, new ABCs coming out with their ABC, Buster Dragon, and then Infinity. If I can just drop this on top of anything, that might be a major issue to me. And then the last monster I play is Legendary Maju Garzette. Sorry. Legendary Maju Garzette is really good for tributing off the Scissor Arms. He isn't really good for anything else other than that. That's why I keep him low, but he is a level 8, and he is a Dark, so he works with the Allure Darkness trade-ins. That's kind of why I like him. Moving on to spells now, we play 3 Junk Puppet, still the best spell in the game, for the deck at least. Then we play 3 rank up Argent Chaos Force. The reason this one over any other rank up is just the fact you can add it back to your hand. That, like, you can get the coolest, the freest plays off of this thing if you use it right. That's why I love it so much. Neuromon Force is actually in my side deck. My side deck is actually really bad. It's not really meant to counter decks. It's more or less meant that if my opponent is going to make me go first, that's when I play it. But I'll go over the side still really quickly later at the end of the video. You can actually just skip it if you want. Just make a side deck on your own. I make 3 trade-in, still really good draw card, and then 2 advanced draw. The advanced draws alone are just, they're decent. They're not 100% perfect, but with Limit Dragon, these are actually really live, which is nice. I used to only play 1, but now I can play at least 2. Then I play the 3 Lure Darkness. Thanks, Hunter, for the ultimates, just saying. I might as well throw you in there as well. But yeah, the Lure Darknesses are really helpful for the deck. They made it a lot faster. I play 2 Dark World Dealings. These actually make you go -1, since you can't discard anything that will gain an advantage. Like in Dark Worlds, they can just discard Brow or Snow, and they search, or they draw a card, or whatever. But for this deck, I can't do that, so it's not very good, but it's decent. Then I play 3 Twin Twister. Back row absolutely kills the deck, it shuts it down, so you want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. If there's any other spell or trap destruction that discarded, like Twin Twister, I'd play them, but there isn't. And Twin Twister actually made the deck a lot better. I wish I had thought about this earlier too, but since it stayed at 3, I'm okay. If it goes to 2 or 1, if it even goes to 1, this deck might die again, which would really suck for me, because I like the deck too much. And then 1 Foolish Burial. If you'll notice, there's no traps. It's because all the traps are actually in the side deck here. There isn't really a need to play the traps, just for the fact that I usually go second, and if I go second, I usually want OTK. Going on to the extra deck, I play 2 of Strings, because I never really make more than these plays twice, so most of the extra deck is actually a 2. I play 2 Strings, and then I play 2 of Dark Strings, and I play 2 of Gimmick Puppet Grinder, and then I also play the 2 of Hunter, and then the one that the most important play in the entire deck basically is these 4 cards right here. It is 2 Pain Gainer and 2 Seven Sins. 7 Sins is the powerhouse 4000 beat stick, and these 2 have amazing effects, so they're the most important play in the entire deck. The only problem is you have to kind of watch for this too. With Pain Gainer, you can only special summon him on top of an Xyz monster that has 2 attachments or more already, so you actually have to use a rank up and use the rank up monster effects, or you use Dark Strings and you detach the 1, you rank up, and he'll still have 2 if you use the Hunter play. This one, and you say you want to blow up back row. If you rank up and you do the 2, then you can only blow up 1 back row. You can't blow up any monster with Grinder, the very first Xyz, before you rank up, so he can be very difficult to play, but as long as you learn how to play the deck, he isn't that hard to play. Then you play 1 of Lancelot. Lancelot's still really good. 1 Hope Harbinger Dragon, because if you can open him on your first turn, he's really good, and 1 Darklaw. Obviously, you can tell the Darklaw is kind of weird because there's no Mass Change 2 in the main deck. It's because it's in the side. The reason I have it in the side is just for the fact of if I can play this against some decks, it's really good, and against some decks, it's not that good. It's more or less a card that I would rather make on my first turn than on the second turn after my opponent's already played. So he isn't that good unless I'm forced to go first, which, like I said, is what my side deck is for. We'll go real fast through the side deck and we'll end the video. I play 1 Battle Fader, 1 Swift Scarecrow, same reasons. If I have to go first and I have these in my opening hand, I don't even have to play, and I know I can not die. I play 1 Radiant. The reason I play 1 Radiant is because he's a dark. I would play a 3rd Gamma Seal, but I don't have a 3rd one. That's, it's just preference, I guess. I play 1 Space Cyclone. This actually, ironically enough, this outs Utopia the Lightning. As soon as they enter battle phase, I can actually use this, and I can hit Utopia the Lightning, and I can detach the Utopia, so that they can't use the effect of Utopia the Lightning, and I can beat them right there. So, I really love Space Cyclone. Space Cyclone's just, it's such a trollsy card that you get to use it, and if you make 7 Sins, usually Utopia the Lightning is their out. This can out that. Then I play 1 Mass Change 2 for the Darklaw play, of course. I play the 1 Regeki, just in case. If I'm playing against something with like Darklaw, Tree Toad, and all that crap, this forces off their negation of a spell. And then I play 2 of Rank Up Neuron Force. The Rank Up Neuron Force is for stuff like Magispector because it negates all face-up cards on the field after it's played. So once my Xyz monster like Dark Strings hits the field, this negates everything, then Dark Strings goes off and blows all the monsters up, so it's really useful. And then I play 3 Shared Ride. If they are drawing a lot, or if they're searching and doing all that crap a lot, this is like the best counter to it, because it gives you a lot of advantage. 1 Needlebug Nest. It's really situational. It doesn't really matter. And I play 3 Reckless Greed. The reason I play the 3 is just because for going first, if you can set these a bunch, and then you can get things like Trade and Lure Darkness on your next turn, this thing is amazing. So other than that, I don't really got anything for you. And this is VR Pigeon, and I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys later.